Hello, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. You're watching Boss Your Money. You probably watched some of my older videos where I've talked about investing in the US stock market through Sarva, investing in Bitcoin, and a lot of different investment opportunities. And what I've seen in the comment section of these videos is that a lot of you are interested in knowing how you can actually invest in the stock market, as in buy individual US stocks like Apple and Google and so on from UAE. And the reason I haven't made a video yet on this subject is that I know that a lot of you are actually beginners to investing, and investing in the stock market requires a lot of research as well as financial knowledge to actually start investing. I don't want you to start investing in the stock market by listening to some gurus who recommend that you buy certain stocks, or read the newspaper and just buy off of the recommended stock list. This is a very risky approach to investing in the stock market. But if you are willing to do your homework, if you are willing to do your research before you start investing, then of course the stock market is a great place for you to start investing. Now, if you don't want to invest in individual stocks, and if you are new to the channel, I have other videos where I tell you how you can start investing in the US stock market without needing to know anything at all about the stock market. Plus, here's the really cool part. If you are interested in investing as a beginner, the method that I've showed you in my videos allows you to get 250 dirhams directly into your bank account just by investing $500 as your first investment. So if that's something you're interested in, I'll leave a link right up there for you guys to check out. But enough of all that, let's get into this video, which is all about what are your options if you want to invest in individual stocks if you live in the UAE. Let's get straight into the video. Now in this video, I'm going to be telling you 3 different options that are available to you where you can start investing in the stock market immediately. The first option is for you to go into the Dubai Financial Markets website and download yourself a form and apply for your investor number. Once you've done that, you can then go ahead and register for various different brokers that are available in UAE locally, where you can then provide them with all the documents that they need. Once you've done with all of that, you can start investing with any of the different brokers that are available here in the UAE. There are a couple of pros and cons to this approach. The first thing that I noticed is that it is a very physical approach. You might have to mail them your hard copy documents a couple of times, or you might even have to visit their offices a couple of times. Now, this in my personal experience has not been the easiest. It does take a little bit of time to get everything sorted out. You might have a 9 to 5 job like I do, and it's not really easy to actually fit into their schedule and meet them at their office working hours. So I did find that a little bit difficult. But if you are in a position to do all of that, it becomes very easy to actually physically sit face to face with someone and sort out all your paperwork. Once you're done with that, most of these brokerages will give you an online portal which makes it easy for you to access any stock from across the world. Of course, before you jump into this, choose your broker wisely, because each broker has their own pricing system, and knowing what kind of investing you're going to be doing. As an example, are you going to be investing for the long term? Are you going to be investing for 5 to 10 years? Are you going to be investing for the short term, as in a few months to a year? Or are you going to be day trading even? All of these things have different fee structures to consider, and the one that's most suitable to you might be a different broker from the one that's most suitable to me. So make sure you do your research on which broker is suitable to you, and then you can go ahead and do that. The pros, of course, to this method is that you get access to meet people physically, face to face. That sort of gives you the confidence boost to actually invest with them, because you've been to their office location, you've met some people. It gives you a confidence boost that sometimes you might not get when you do everything online. The second pro that you have with this option is that the amount of options that you have are endless. This could be a pro or a con. but I see it as a positive because I personally am willing to put in the effort and the time to do my research before I start investing, and therefore the more options I have, I feel the more the competition, the better deal I as an end user get. So I do feel that if I am able to find the right broker, I will be able to meet whatever requirements I have. Now, as per usual, if you have any questions and if you cannot understand any of these things that I'm talking about, please let me know in the comment section down below and I will most definitely answer them. And if I don't answer them in the comment section directly, I will make sure I include them in one of my future Q&A videos that I do post regularly. So the second option that you have when it comes to investing in the stock market directly is to go through your banker. Now, most of the banks here in UAE, like Emirates NBD, ADCB, ADIB, and all of these different banks, they also do have a separate securities section. So you can actually contact your banker directly and get them to connect you to the securities division of your bank. So if you do bank with Emirates NBD, you can ask them to connect you to the Emirates NBD securities section, and they will then guide you through a lot of the different requirements that is required to start investing in the stock market. Personally, I feel that ADCB Securities is really good in terms of answering your questions immediately, promptly, and have a much better customer service team than the likes of Emirates NBD Securities. I've been trying to reach Emirates NBD Securities for months on end, and till date I haven't heard back from them. So if you do manage to get in touch with them, then great, but if you cannot, then too bad, you'll have to go with someone else. But having said that, in terms of the actual investing process, there is absolutely no problem with any of them. They all have pretty decent feedback and you can go ahead and test them out for yourself. And the main advantage that you have when you invest with these options is that you get to very easily start investing without having to do a lot, because you already have a bank account, they already have all of your information, they have everything set up, it's in place, and usually it's very quick and very easy to get started. The second benefit that you get from investing with these security companies is that you can actually have a lot more options when it comes to investing in the GCC area. If you want to invest primarily in the UAE, or if you want to invest around the Middle East area, this may be a great option for you. The flip side to this option, however, is that the fees tend to be a little bit on the higher side. It all depends, again, as I said, on what your investment goals are. Not only does it depend on how long you want to hold your investments for, it also depends on how much you want to start investing with. If you have a lot of money to invest, then the fees sort of don't really matter all that much. Of course, it does matter, I'm not saying it doesn't, but at the end of the day, it is a percentage game. If you're going to be investing 500 dirhams and if you have a 100 dirham fee, that's a huge percentage. But if you are investing 500,000 dirhams and you're charged 100 dirhams a year, then it's going to be a no-brainer for you to actually start investing with that brokerage. So make sure you know what you want, how much you're investing, how long you're investing for, and then take a call, as I said, with choosing your brokerage. I must also remind you, with option 1 and option 2, since they are local companies, you may not have all the features that you actually want to start investing with. For example, if you want to buy Apple stock, Google stock, you're most definitely going to be able to do that with both of these options. But if you want to start investing with security bonds or other sort of investment instruments, then these options may or may not be available with the broker that you're considering. So keep that in mind before you choose. The third option that you have is to start investing with interactive brokers. Now, I've talked a lot about interactive brokers in my previous video, which I've done with Sarva. And if you remember, interactive brokers were the ones who are actually holding your securities at that time, which is changed now. I've made a follow-up video on that as well. But the first video that I made on Sarva, at that time, interactive brokers were the ones holding your securities when you were investing with Sarva. So the reason I'm bringing that up is because I've already done a lot of research on interactive brokers and they are extremely reliable. They are a US-based brokerage firm. They do not have an office in the UAE at this time, but they were established way back in 1978 and they have decades and decades of excellent track record. And starting to invest with them is very, very simple. All you have to do is upload your documents online. You get approved within a day or two. It doesn't take a lot of time, it doesn't take a lot of effort, and you have the option to invest in various global markets. The best part about interactive brokers is that their fees are really low and it's very easy, very convenient to start investing and caters to most of your investing needs. The flip side is that if you want to invest in the Middle East market, there aren't too many options, which is understandable because they are a US based brokerage. And if you have only a UAE bank account, then transferring your funds into interactive brokers, funding your interactive brokers account becomes a little bit expensive because you are transferring to the US and you will have to bear a little bit of expense in terms of actually fund transfer into the interactive brokers account. Or if you do have a USD account, or if you have a bank account that allows a couple of international transfers per month, then I personally feel that this is a great option for you just because of how reliable they are, how old they are, and how well established they are, along with the low fees and the various different investment options that you have that you can choose from. So that's the reason I personally do invest with interactive brokers. I haven't been doing this for a long time. I've been primarily investing in the Indian stock market, but I've recently started investing in the US stock market for a couple of months now, and I must say that interactive brokers have been absolutely brilliant to invest with. Oh, and if you are wondering why Sarva actually stopped keeping their customers' securities with interactive brokers and moved on to Saxo Bank, the only reason is that Saxo Bank actually allows you to transfer your funds and fund your account locally, which means it gets rid of that international fund transfer fees for you. So it becomes quicker and it becomes cheaper just to fund your account, which obviously is beneficial. So if you are interested in investing with Sarva and receiving that 250 dirhams in your bank account, please don't forget to check out my Sarva video. Or if you've already seen the video, please don't forget to start investing. Links will be in the description below. And if you want to start investing with interactive brokers, I will leave links in the description below for that as well. If you did find any value from this video at all, please don't forget to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well, because all I do on this channel is provide you with personal finance tips and tricks, which I'm sure is going to benefit you and your loved ones. Also, please don't forget to follow me on Twitter, because as you know, I am doing a giveaway once I reach certain subscriber milestones. And the only way I'm going to be able to do the giveaways is on Twitter. So please don't forget to follow me there so you don't miss out on the giveaways. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.